So, I mentioned in the previous video that we skipped a cutscene at a certain point for a certain reason, and this is the reason. So, I don't know if you can notice, but usually Guybrush isn't this fast. Now, I'm gonna just mention this at the beginning of this video. So yeah, Guybrush is now significantly faster, and he will be so until we meet LeChuck. But it's kind of useless to re-record the entirety of this video just because of this glitch. Like, every action we need to make is the same exact actions that I described in the original guide. So just know that now Guybrush is faster. And in the rest of the video you won't see him being faster because it was recorded a bunch of time ago and this glitch was known. But it's still fine. Like, the guide still goes through everything that it needs to go through. So yeah, I just wanted to add this at the beginning to show you what exactly we did by skipping the previous cutscene at a weird place.
We are on Dinky Island, and okay, Control M wasn't working for some reason. We are on Dinky Island, and the first thing that we need to do is to wake up. So just click somewhere and Guybrush will stand up. I don't remember if there is dialogue, but like old period, you never know. Okay, there wasn't. Now we need to use the martini glass with the ocean, which is not the easiest thing. Like, the martini glass has a small hitbox and all. One thing that you could try to do is like walk towards this place before, just so that you're closer. Anyway, let's do it. And yes, Guybrush will do this weird animation, and you don't have the glass in your inventory, but you did use it with the ocean. So now this glass is now not known as a martini glass, but as a glass of water, which is important. The next thing we're gonna do is use the glass with the steel. If you wanna be pro, you can buffer an action, so you can use the glass with the steel and instantly use the crowbar and put your cursor on top of the barrel. Don't click it yet. But if you're not fast enough, that's fine. Anyway, I'm gonna show you hopefully how to do it correctly. Then all period, because I bet Guybrush is gonna speak. Yep. And now, as soon as Guybrush speaks, you can click on the barrel. And you can press G while you're walking, which I didn't do in time because I wasn't thinking of it. But yeah, the whole sequence will be something like this. And then click G, press G. Oh, are you serious, Guybrush? Wait a second, am I pressing a weird button? Because I'm seeing the action, but it's not working. Okay, now it's working. Okay, now it worked. Now I can click the cracker, click the parrot, and I did it. But if you don't want to do all of this buffer strat thing, you can just use the glass with the steel and use the crowbar with the barrel, use the cracker with the parrot, and remember to constantly dot skip everything. Then you pick up the bottle and you go to the jungle. You walk left. You need to be careful because if you like click here, you're not clicking on the loading zone, so you need to be a bit careful. While we're walking, we're gonna use the bottle with the crowbar and not the other way around. I'm gonna show you why. So if I use the crowbar with the bottle, Guybrush stops. But, and this is the only way to break the bottle without stopping, if I use the bottle with the crowbar, ta-da! And then you need to click again here, otherwise every time Guybrush talks because of an action that he made and you were walking towards a loading zone, you kinda interrupt it. So as you can see, Guybrush didn't go through it. So it's important to click here, use bottle with crowbar, and skip the dialog and click here again. Now we click to walk and we use the bottle with the bag. You can buffer a P press so that you have pickup ready, but it's not very necessary. Anyway, we pick up the box. We walk back. Now for a strat that saves like 1 frame and it is frame perfect. So here you need to pick up the rope. You need to be careful not to click on the box, you need to click on the rope. Then you can use the crowbar in the box. So actually let me save. So something like this. You can buffer the action of the crowbar, by the way. If you don't want to buffer it, you can just pick up the rope. And as soon as Guybrush stands up, use the crowbar with the box. But you have plenty of time to buffer the action. It doesn't end there, because you can buffer a P press. So there is like 1 frame, and again this game runs at 10 FPS, so it's not that difficult. But as you can see, I have pickup ready now, and I can pick up the dynamite. So usually if you don't do it, this is how it looks like. But if you are able to do it, hopefully I can do it. See? Guybrush didn't have to stand up to pick up the dynamite. So that's a little bit of an optimization that you can do. But it's a bit silly, like if you don't care about it, it's definitely not a problem. Now we're gonna do something that is quite interesting. So we're gonna walk to the right. We're gonna, as soon as possible, use the glass of water with the box while we walk. Then we're gonna click on a specific place. Oh, actually, okay, there is another room. Okay, fine, there's another room. I forgot about it. And you should follow the rooms that I go through, but you basically always you always need to go right if you can, or up. So that's basically the rule. Anyway, I walk here, use the... So this is basically what you do. So let me show it again. You use the glass with the box while you walk, so you start walking and use it with the box. Guybrush will stop, okay? So as soon as you click on the box, you can spam click like here. You see there are some orange patches. This one, you click on this one. This way, when you give the cracker to the parrot, you're basically in the correct position. So doing it fast would be something like this. You need to wait for the parrot to stop, because the hitbox of the parrot doesn't exist until it stops, okay? There is one other thing that I need to say. This apparently only happens on FM towns, but the parrot can stop you for some reason after you have fed him. So to avoid it, there is a way. Just don't hold period at all. Like in this dialogue, this next dialogue, don't hold period at all. Now we need to give in 2 crackers. And now we can walk up. Okay, and while you walk up, again, you can do some stuff, like use the crowbar with the string and use the matches with the dynamite. And while you walk here, you scroll the inventory up so that you have the shovel ready. And now we're gonna do something that it's always very bad to miss, even though it doesn't waste that much time, but it feels so bad. Which is use the shovel and then scroll the inventory down as fast as you can. But you need to be careful, because what if you didn't use the shovel? Like, that's the most common mistake. Like, maybe you try to do it fast and... oh, actually that worked. Whoa. You try to do it fast and then you need to scroll the inventory up again, use the shovel, wait and scroll the inventory down again and use the dynamite. So it really sucks. So yeah, be a little bit slow in selecting the shovel. And then spam click to scroll the inventory. Hold period, use the dynamite with the hole. I don't know if holding period here saves time, but I do it anyways. And then use the rope with the twisted metal rods, which as you can see, they have a pretty big hitbox. And like if you use Ctrl M and your cursor is inside of the game at all time, you can just go up and you're gonna get it. And after I do it, I'm gonna position my cursor a little bit on, not exactly on top of the keyhole of the chest, but a bit upwards, maybe even a bit upwards of the chest itself, because that's gonna be useful for the next section. But the next section is gonna be a video on its own. So now I'm gonna just click here, position my cursor here, and hold period. And this is basically a long cutscene, so I'm gonna fast forward it a little bit. And this is it. This is the end of Dinky Island. And the next section is gonna be the last section of the guide, I think.